we continued to produce wine in Israel, which is a great thing. And me,
Yeah, let's talk about how to buy a good bottle. Let's talk about what a wine shop strategy is.
if I would be like completely honest and maybe not always on the record, I would say go to the shop and buy Carmel. And if you find Yatir, grab another one from there. But because it's me and where I work, but I think it's really important to be fair and to be honest to consumers. Is I think when you start your wine world, it's
Mhm.
a different approach. You can go to the supermarket in Israel and buy wine. In America, you got to go to a specific wine shop. Usually in that shop, there's a person. That's always elevating your wine shopping experience. Why? Because you have someone who's knowledgeable, who's hand selling the item,
Mhm.
or you heard from a friend tells you go and get the wines you think you should be getting. But to be honest with yourself, you have to start opening yourself to wine tastings. First of all, go and share, not share, consume information
Mm.
about wine tasting. Taste as many things as you can until you get to that shelf, because there's a long way to that shelf.
Mhm.
Of course, ask the person he will recommend. Always ask your friends, what do you think is a good wine? Always ask yourself, what do you like? Do you like sweet cherries or do you like them sour? It's really, really important to know your own taste before you buy your own wine. So it's a long road to Tipperary. Is that a song like that? There's a song that says, it's a long way. So it's the same thing with wine. Don't get intimidated from the big words like, oh, it's got the berry and the spices and all that. Don't get alarmed from that, because eventually you would feel that too. But it takes about 5 years. It took me 5 years.
Mm.
So
Mm.
going to a shop, make a long story short, look for the label. Make sure, don't get overstressed of how long the wine is being aged and so forth. Ask yourself what you like. If you like it sweet, semi, dry, you want to make progress to heavy wines that you want to, pay for. Just play along with whatever your senses are. And I would think give a chance every time you go. Make changes. Don't get fixated on one bottle. If there's Carmel, for example, and you want to go buy
Mhm.
Carmel, and you are in the beginning of it, go for the lighter ones. If you are someone who likes Cabernet, go look for the Cabs. And if you someone who are looking for something fancy or just something interesting or exotic, go and look for the Mediterranean that gives you Mediterranean, climate warming, the climate is warming up.
Yeah.
These are exactly the wines you want to be drinking when it's hot. You want to drink something that's red, but it's not overbearing. So, as I said, make sure you know your own taste before you pick your own wine.
I love it. I agree with you, but again, how you're explaining it makes it sound so simple, not in a bad way, but simple meaning straightforward. And so
Yes.
really, whenever we're doing anything, it's about, what are we going to personally enjoy, and why don't we be similar in that mindset? So many people think you have to spend big bucks in order to have a quality wine. And I would love your opinion. I would love any buying tips you have as far as how to have a great bottle without, this is going to sound like a cliche, but how to have a great bottle without breaking the bank.
Well, I'm so happy you asked me that question, because this is exactly what I'm representing.
There you go.
I come from Yatir, right? From the area where we make only high-end wines, and every wine is like $45 to $100.
Mm.
So yet when I started working for Carmel, I was opened up to so many options. Even the simplest wines that cost $15 to $25 give me something rich in my palate and fun, and you can match it to a meal and you can talk about it. It just becomes something so inexpensive, but yet it's got some sort of complexity. But there's also what we call mid premium, which is between $30 sweet spot
Mhm.
to maximum $40. That's something I would definitely, for mid state. How do you say mid? Not mediocres, but the middle ones.
Okay.
Most of us are like that. Mid-class people, excuse me,
Okay. Mid
mid-class
class.
people would go for that range. So definitely look for wines that are ranging between $30 to $40 for like big events that you have. Like if it's a wedding, I would go for $50, but there are so many great wines for $30 to $40. By the way, Carmel Signature offers a wine called 4 Vat, Mediterranean 4 Vat, which stayed in 4 big vats. And it costs around $35, maximum $40. And when you taste it, you just want to make sure that you have another wine on the side to grab and open a bottle. So I'm just saying it's not going to have to necessarily tear your pocket, but it depends on how much you are willing to invest. And I think around $30 to $40 is a great price. And there's so many wines around that, especially from Carmel.
Beautiful. No, I love your advice here. And I think for 30, 35, $40, I'm excited to go to the store, check out your website and see what the options are. So we're wrapping up. As we wrap up, first and foremost, thank you so much for your time and your opinions here and explaining your background and helping us understand not just kosher wine, but Carmel wine and just all the different options. So thank you for your time with that.
Pleasure.
And as we wrap up, just someone who's watching us or listening to us, what do you want our audience to do now that we have new information about Passover and kosher wines? If someone was inspired, what would you ask our audience to do now with this new information?
First of all, I know that I am like sometimes a drop in a sea. And I would like everyone to give us a chance and understand that Israel is such a wonderful country that has such diversity and so much to offer when it comes down to wine. So look Carmel Winery up. Make sure that if you visit Israel, visit our winery in Zichron Yaakov, where Baron Rothschild came in the late 19th century. And make sure that if you are in a store, look us up and grab a bottle of wine and tell us what you think. And by the way, we're always open for any other advices that you have, or if you would look for something else. But Israel is a big thing, is a wine terroir, has all the offers to make when it comes down to wine. So I always say drink to happy moments and make sure that you remember us next time you come to the shop.
Oh, I love it. That was so sweet. And I'm about to go on your website right now because I cannot wait to go shopping. So thank you so much for your time.
You can find our wines in kosherwine.com easily, and they ship all over the United States.
Oh, perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Well, I'm going to check it out. But one last time, thank you for your time. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for explaining all of this. I really appreciate it. A very big special thank you to Vrbo. With over 2 million bookable vacation rentals, Vrbo connects homeowners with families and vacationers looking for something more than a hotel for their trip. The Vrbo community offers families an array of rental property types such as condos, cabins, lake rentals, beach houses, and more. Discover properties and destinations that everyone dreams of visiting. Vrbo, where families travel better together. Find more information at vrbo.com. That's VRBO.com. Okay, back to the show.